I heard about the pre-order that it's PG-13. I think that's pretty insane that it's PG-13. Now it becomes a card that I really want. I have to admit that, guys. Um, it what up, Alex? My Axel. It's crazy that it's PG-13. I wasn't expecting that. I was kind of expecting them to give us something a little bit late, just the way Julius Randle was late card that they gave us for the pre-order. I thought it was gonna be something on those type of levels, and it's not. It's a huge W by 2K. They're giving us a free invincible PG-13. I can't lie, that's really, really good. I am hoping, I'm really hoping that they're gonna put that card as a special insert in the play market, and that you'll be able to just go and buy that for like let's say $100. If they want to charge me $100 for guaranteed PG-13 and invincible piece, I'll gladly pay it. Please put it on the market. I don't want to stress about it. I don't want to worry about it. I just want to see that babe on the market tomorrow and believe I'm going to buy it. I'm not going to rip any packs. I'm not going to put the whole same box for guaranteed 100. I'm going to go straight to the player market and I'm going to purchase that special insert. If they can just make it available. That's all I'm asking for. Just, for it to be for sale. And I'll be real happy with that. PG-13 is an amazing card. Last year it was a PG-13 as level 40. Some people didn't like it. Some people didn't like the release. I thought the card was excellent. I love it. And that's why I'm such a big fan of PG-13 already. Because they gave us a good one last year. Almost guaranteed that this one is going to be good. It's going to be amazing. So I really want that card. $100 price tag, I don't think it's gonna be the worst thing. I would buy it for $100. If somebody wants to, oh, my bad. Let me fix that, guys. Let me fix that real quick. Now, one second. Oh, I'm in Orlando. I'm at a Target right now. I was just stopping off here so I could fix the sound real quick. Let me know if that's any better, if you can hear me any better now. But like I was saying, that PG-13 card is gonna be pretty cool, pretty amazing. It's a W by 2K that they even gave us that card, and it's gonna be an elite card. It's gonna be an like I was saying earlier. Last year they gave us PG-13 as a level 40 reward. Card was elite. I'm thinking this year it's gonna be just as good of a card. It's gonna be just as elite. So I'm really excited about it. I'm really hoping that they just give us the card and they put it as a special insert into the player market as a card that you could buy for $100. I will gladly pay $100 for that card. No issues, no question about it. I'm not gonna complain about it. I would just hand them over $100. I would rather buy
that PG-13 card, then open up a Hall of Fame box or open up a 51-pack box. If they can just give us that PG-13 tomorrow, guaranteed in the player market, like as a special insert into the market, I'll buy it. And it's gonna be a stud. The card's gonna be a stud. It's gonna be elite. Like I said, last year the card was really good. That most likely means that this year the card is gonna be really good. So yeah, I get you, Ronald. And I feel you. It is difficult to hand over $100 every single time that they come up with something. It's like every single week they come up with a reason for you to give them $100. And I haven't been forking over like that much money to 2K this year, but the temptation is there because they're always giving away good stuff for, you know, money. Of course you gotta pay for it. But for this PG-13, for such an elite card that you could run till the end of the year, he's definitely gonna be in my starting 5, and then most likely next season he'll be on my bench. So I'm gonna be using that card for a while, and I think he's completely, I hate to say it, I think he's gonna be worth it. And
Drive west on Waterford Lakes Parkway.
I'm gonna have to pick him up for sure.
Waterford Lakes Parkway.
Because if you think of
north on Alafaya Trail, then make a left U-turn at Lake Cypress Circle.
That gets annoying. Like, I have to shut her up. But if you think about it, if you get the PG-13 and then you get the level 40 reward and you already have Zion, that's 3 invincibles in your lineup. That's going to help you save and stack up your MT, and whatever MT you do have is going to go much further because now you only have to buy 2 more invincibles to have a starting lineup of invincibles. So I also think that's important. I would like to have a lineup that's, I always like to have a lineup that's ahead of the curve. So when people are running with 100s, I want to be running with invincibles. When people are running with invincibles, I want to be on the GOATs. And next season, everyone that's playing King of the Court, everyone that's playing Showdown, they're gonna have 100s. And when you're just matching some 100s to other 100s, you might be in some trouble. You know, it's gonna be a tougher matchup. It's gonna be a sweatier game. But if you're always ahead of the curve and you got invincibles when everyone else is rocking 100s, your games are gonna be a little bit easier. You know. And to be honest, lately, I've been tired of fucking sweaty matchups after sweaty matchups. Oh, I'm broke as a joke too, Ronald. That's why you see me out here working so much overtime just to fucking afford to play the game. Because if my girl would see me take any money out of my savings or out of my check-ins, she'd be fucking furious. She'd be so furious, I'd have to call her Vin Diesel. That's how furious she would be. So, that's why I'm over here making some extra money through like DoorDash, because then she can't get mad at, you know, me spending some extra money that I have laying around. I try to be funny, Ronald. I do. But I'm really excited about tomorrow. I want to see if we're going to be able to buy that PG-13. I'm also really excited to see what the level 40 is going to be. You know, this week. What are we going to get for level 40? We don't find that out until Thursday at 4 p.m. But I really want to find out. No, actually, I think we find that out tomorrow, to be honest. Tomorrow we'll find out the level 40. And then on Thursday, we'll find out what's going to be the first promo of the new Season 7. But I'm really hoping that, you know, we get a good level 40 on top of the PG-13. That's going to be 3 invincibles, and then all I got to buy is 2 more from my starting lineup, and then I'm good. I'm going to have a starting lineup of invincibles and then a bench of 100s, and it doesn't get any better than that. So I'm real happy with the way the game is going. The only thing that's got me a little stressed is I'm just worried about, like, are we gonna get For the people that didn't do the pre-order, are we gonna still get the opportunity to buy this PG-13? Because of Come to Marvel, we can't buy that PG-13. I'm gonna be a little bit disappointed in myself that I didn't do the pre-order for 150, and then I'm gonna do the I'm gonna be pissed off at 2K that they didn't give us the chance to buy them. Okay, I'll be back, guys. I gotta pick up this order. I'll be back, guys. I just gotta pick up this order. It's taking a little bit longer than I expected. Just give me 1 second and I'll be back.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Let me just get it and I'll be back. Okay, guys, we've got our order and it is time to head out. Hi, let's start this order up and let's head to it. It is, let me see how many minutes it'll. I think it's like an 8-minute trip. Let's see. It's actually pretty far. It's 15 minutes away this trip. You know what sucks is I can't remember which edition I got. I think I only spent $100 to get the game to pre-order it. So I did not get the $150 copy, which means I just gotta hope they're gonna give us PG-13 tomorrow and allow us to buy it. Because I'm ready to buy it. I am really kind of done playing the 100s that I have. For example, I've been playing with 100 Draymond since season 5. I've been now running with the 100 Shaq for 6 weeks. And it's just time to move on. You know, when there's a start of a new season, it's just kind of time to move on to the, to the new tier, pretty much. And I'm definitely ready to move on to the next tier, which is the Invincibles. I want to play with more Invincible cards. Like, I love that Zion. I love the way it shoots. I love his release. The only problem is he's very undersized at the 4. But besides that, he's a very good card. He shoots really, really good. And I would like to get better shooting cards. You know, I'm tired of the way Draymond shoots. I'm tired of the way D-Wade shoots now. You know, I'm ready for better shooting cards. So I would like to move on to the Invincible tier. And if I can get my hands on PG-13 and then the level 40 this week, that puts 3 Invincibles into my starting lineup, and I will buy the other 2 that I'm missing. And then my starters, my 100s, will become my bench, which that's gonna work out perfectly. So hopefully, we're able to do that. If not, I gotta admit, I'm gonna be really, really disappointed in myself that I didn't get the $150 pre-order, and I'm gonna be disappointed in 2K not giving us an opportunity to get it. But 2K is so greedy for money that I do believe that they're gonna drop that card as a special insert into like the pack market, and they're gonna drop it for $100. They're gonna want a hondo out of you to get that PG-13 that we got for free last year. It's gonna be the same exact card, except this year we gotta pay a hondo for it. So I think it's gonna be worth it. I'm gonna have to cough up the $100 whether I like it or not. I am most likely gonna wait until the start of the season, and then like I'll drop the money on it, because I'll do it when I'm buying like the level 40 and the level skips. But I'm really excited about it. I can't wait to see who level 40 is gonna be, and I could already envision that I'm gonna have a pretty good team going into season 7. That I'm gonna have a lineup of Invincibles, which makes me pretty happy. Yeah, I'm just driving around. I think tonight I'm gonna be out here for at least 3 to 4 hours, and I definitely gotta try to make some money today, because I want to be ready just in case that PG-13 is available for sale in the market. Like, I want to be able to pick it up. But he's gonna be pricey. I think he's gonna be at least $100. So get ready to cough up some money and whip out the credit cards tomorrow, because PG-13's coming and he's gonna be expensive. Besides that, last night I had a terrible day on the sticks, a terrible day of the game. On Friday night, I won 8 showdown games in a row without losing. I did it all on stream. And I won into King of the Court and I went 3 for 3 in King of the Court, which means I won 3, lost 3. And those 3 games in King of the Court were the only 3 games I lost the whole night. So I had a total of 11 wins out of 14 games. Saturday night, I went on games in a row. I only lost the first game I played for the night, and then afterwards I strung off 11 in a row. So that means I went 11 out of 12 that night. Yesterday, I jumped on the sticks, and I don't know what was going on in Showdown. I don't know what was going on with 2K. Maybe it's because I haven't spent money with them in a while. Maybe it's because the cards are feeling nerfed. Maybe it was because of the patch update. The fact that they keep fucking with the game and constantly patching up the game. We're in season 7 and they're still patching up the game. It's terrible. But my shot was off. Everything was early or late. Mostly early. And all of my cards from D-Wade to Draymond Green, they all felt nerfed. I wasn't hitting any shots with them, and usually D-Wade is a go-to guy. He's always hitting my threes, for me. And always scoring, he's always leading the way for my team with scoring. And this time, I couldn't get my players to do nothing. And I must have lost I want to say 3 or 4 games in a row of Showdown, which hasn't happened to me since I started playing the game in 2K24. And I don't know how, but I did not do good last night. I had a really bad night. So I'm hoping that tonight when I get home, I won't have such a terrible night, because I'm only 3 games away from hitting 200 wins. And when I hit 200 wins, I'll be able to get that 3rd Season 6 mode completion card, which is going to get me 50,000 MT. And that's the reason why I think 2K is sending me the most difficult matchups. I think that's the reason why 2K is giving me nothing but sweats and tryhards, so I can just have a little bit of a hard time earning that 50K. Because last night I never seen, I was where did all of these good players come from? I was just I didn't see nothing but tier 1 players. So I'm hoping tonight I have a better night on the sticks, because last night was not a good night for me. I lost, I think it was 3 or 4 games in a row, and I quit so many games I got hit with a ban, and that was the end of it. Hold on, guys. I'm going to call my boy Chilongo2K. I haven't heard from him forever. Let me see what he's up to. I want to tell him about the PG-13 news, which I think is huge. Yo, Luke. Oh, Chilongo. What's good, Chilongo2K? What do you mean? You're Chilongo2K, aren't you? You are Chilongo2K. The park legend, the my career legend. No, you're still a my career legend. You're still a my. How much you're kicking ass over there at the rec and the park and all of that shit. Oh my God, talking about a lot of losing. Listen to this, Luke. This weekend, I had the best weekend I've ever had on my team. I won 8 games in a row on Friday night. Plus, I went 3 for 3 in King of the Court, which means I won 11 out of 14 games. And then on Saturday night, I won 11 games in a row. The only game I lost was the first game of the night. And then yesterday, guess what happened to me last night? I don't know if it's because I haven't been spending money on the game, but 2K threw me the most sweatiest tryhards ever. I hadn't done this bad since I started playing the game in 24. I lost 4 games in a row.
It's almost like you can eat your restrictions. I need to get tired of seeing what's going on.
Well, guess what I think happened?
What?
They did another patch update. I don't know why we're in season 7 still doing patch updates, but they took away the speed boost glitch. Which it's not a glitch, but they you'd hit the brakes, run to the right side of the court, and next thing you know, you'd open for 3, and your meter would be really high because you got so open. Now, when you try to do that, I was like, yesterday, I was like, yo, this guy's taking the threes away from me. I was losing every game because it felt like everybody was taking the threes away from me. It wasn't that, is I couldn't get myself open for the threes anymore because they took away the speed boost. Boy, I did terrible yesterday. I won about 32 games or 22 games, something crazy like that. And last night, because of all these patch updates that they're constantly doing, it's season 7. They're still doing patch updates, and then that throws you off when they do these patch updates constantly. It makes the game feel different. And everybody in the chat was complaining that the game felt different, and they just didn't.
That wasn't my problem, man. My problem is I was playing with fucking terrible teammates, man. Like 1 out of like every 4 games, I get terrible teammates. Like really bad. Like point guards, like miss.
This is not a good night on the stream. And it didn't really. I mean, Lou, in the future, everyone's gonna need some sort of platform that belongs to. Everyone is gonna need a platform. If you're not gonna have a platform in the future, it's like you're not gonna have a voice. And then, Lou, guess what? Tomorrow's the Invincible. You know how you did the pre-order and you spent $150 to get the pre-order? Well, tomorrow's pre-order Invincible is, and you're gonna no, it is the same thing as it was last year. Invincible PG-13, but instead of being your level 40, he's now your pre-order card. I don't know. I'm excited about that. I liked the card last year. I was a big fan of the card last year. I thought once you bashed them up, maybe he didn't have the fastest release, but I'm sure they're gonna speed up the release this year. He played great defense, and he's like a 6'8" or 6'9" shooting guard. I have no clue what it's gonna be, but he's gonna help me stack MP, and then all I gotta do is buy 2 more Invincibles. But he's gonna help me stack MP, and then all I gotta do is buy 2 more Invincibles. But if they don't get, I'm gonna have to buy 3 players. I'm gonna have to buy 3 players. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. 2K doesn't leave nothing but what's in. But he try hard tier 1 player. Relax. I'm streaming right now. Yeah, I'm streaming right now. But
what's up with those people that are trying to flush it? Because I need to play right, man.
I haven't even heard from them in a while. Got 3 more games to hit 200, and man, right now, since my live stream has been cutting out because of the storm, the weather, I've only got like 2 people in here right now. Earlier I had 10, but it's like it keeps disconnecting, and then I keep forgetting that I gotta order an external mic for my phone because I wanted to pick up better sound quality. But the views have been doing pretty good, and the last video gave me like another another video that almost hit 1,000. I just gotta do it more. And maybe when I get home today, instead of like having the camera just point at the game, maybe I'll have it just pointing at me. I'm not sure. Oh, let me call you back because my mom is calling me. Hold up. Mom? Hey, Papa, what's going on? Yeah, I'm live streaming. Oh, that's my boy texting in the chat, guys. I didn't notice that. Papa, you are so slick. Little man, you figure things out quick. No, no, I seen it. I got your comments actually. I just noticed it just now. In my stream? I love you so much, Papa. That is so cool of you. Bye. Hey guys, that's my little boy streaming in my text in my stream. So I'm gonna drop off this order really quick and then I'm gonna be back. I'll be back in 2 seconds. Okay guys, I'm back. We just got done with the first order of the night. And hopefully now it picks up a little bit more. It was a little bit slow to start off the night, but hopefully. And let me just confirm the order that I dropped it off. And now we're on to the. But I just want to tell my boy, thanks for hanging out. I really appreciate hanging out with me and spending time with me while I'm at work, and you know, just being a part of the stream. I really appreciate that. My little boy's always coming through for me, and I just love him more than anything. He's like the center of my world, and he's my universe. So I'm always glad, you know, have him around. He makes me like so happy in life. I'm so proud of him. He's real smart and everything. He's doing great in school. He's funny, he's witty. You know, he's like just my perfect little angel. Yeah, I'm kind of close to the house. I'm in the neighborhood. I'm in Avalon. So I'm pretty close to the house. That first order was pretty good. It was a $9 order, and it was only 15 minutes away. So in that 15 minutes, we made pretty much $10. So not too bad of a start. But I get back busy till like about 2 o'clock in the morning, and then even at 2 o'clock, it's even busier because you know, people are getting out of bars and clubs, and they're ordering food. They got the munchies. Yeah, but I'm right around the house. I'm like maybe 15 minutes away. I'm like, you know, by Auntie Momo's neighborhood. But it's a little bit rainy out here today. The weather isn't the best. Hopefully that doesn't make it a slow night. If it is a slow night, I might have to go home early because I hate being out here when it's slow and just driving around wasting gas. But it looks like it's gonna pick up. I'm trying to get out of this neighborhood right now so I can get better reception and get the next order. But I'm really thankful, real glad that everyone's been hanging out. You know, I've just been talking about some 2K My Team. There's like been some pretty big news in that game today, and it's got everyone in the community pretty excited and pretty hyped up. I'm pretty excited and pretty hyped up that tomorrow we might be getting Invincible PG-13. And I'm just hoping that eventually they put them in the player market so you could purchase that card and actually get a chance to use them. You know, I'm hoping that since I didn't do the $150 pre-order, I'm hoping I'm still gonna get the chance to use that card. Okay guys, give me 1 second. I gotta plug in my phone. I forgot to charge up both of my phones today, and both of my phones are like running on E. So I'm gonna pull into this neighborhood and I'm gonna like try to plug in my phone real quick. Actually, I'm just gonna stop over here real quick and plug in my phone. Alright, I got it. No, there was like 3 people in here earlier, and then there was 8 people in here Right now, there's 2 people in here. So I got you in here and somebody else. But there's even a few people in the chat. But I really do appreciate you hanging out, Papa. It's so different with you in the chat. It's completely like different. Yo, what up, Wire? Just driving through Orlando. Just started my work. I just got done with first order of the night. Hasn't been too busy, but I just started like 40 minutes ago. But it's been a little bit on the slow side. I'm hoping that it's gonna pick up. But yeah, I'm just gonna be doing the usual, like talking about, you know, the one video game that I play and the one video game that I love, my team. And I'm also gonna be talking about, should LeBron James be looking forward to retire? Should King James be planning some sort of retirement after last night's loss, after he got swept to Oklahoma City? That is something I definitely want to talk about tonight in like a few minutes. I'm just in complete shock. You know, fuck it, we'll talk about it now. I'm just in complete shock that LeBron James, you know, got swept in the playoffs, not in the finals, in the second round. I thought he was at least gonna get one game, and I thought he was gonna at least make it to the third round. I mean, not to the third round. I thought he was at least gonna make a series out of it. And instead, he got swept. He couldn't even win a game, and a huge disappointment for Laker fans. A huge disappointment for people that are fans of LeBron James. And I think it's an embarrassing disappointment, because just a week ago, we were all praising LeBron James for being 41 years old and getting the Lakers out of round 1, and the fact that he did it by himself made him the GOAT, and it made him the greatest player of all time. And then in round 2, he did nothing. He couldn't win a game. He couldn't carry the team. AR-15 came back. It didn't matter. They still couldn't get a win. SGA wasn't even trying hard to win the series, and he made easy work of the so-called King James. And for anyone that says that LeBron James would be able to take on Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant, you know, in their prime, that's a joke, because he can't even handle SGA, and SGA is like a baby Kobe. So it was a disappointment to see that they couldn't win more than one game. I mean, not even win a game. And it was a disappointment how easily the Thunder like defeated them. So I did love that series. That series was a lot of fun for me. Watching the Lakers win, you know, in round 1 gave me some hope, and that series was a lot of fun. But now that the Lakers have been kicked out, it's kind of like unmotivating me to watch the rest of the, you know, NBA playoffs. But I still have my New York Knicks in there. So I'm gonna start following the Knicks, and I also like the Thunder. The Thunder, I'm a big fan of the Thunder, so I'm also gonna be following them because I want to see. I'm real curious to see if they can two-peat. Yeah, and I got Ryder in here. I got 4 people in the chat, guys. Just to let you guys know, the person that's typing as Indie2K is my little boy. He's the center of my world. You know, he's my universe, and he's in here hanging out with Dada because he does miss Daddy when Daddy goes to work, and he wants to hang out with me all the time and be up my butt like always. And so he's here joining me, you know, hanging out in the chat with the live stream, and I really appreciate having him here today, because I'm always missing him when I'm at work. Like, I don't want to sound like the mushy dad or the helicopter dad, but it is true that I'm always missing him while I'm at work. And it makes me feel pretty lonely without him. I'm glad he's here with me today in the chat and finding some way to spend time with me. And he thought of that all up by himself, all on his own. He was like, hey, I'm going to go find Dad on his live stream, and I'm going to spend time with him there. So I'm really glad he's here hanging out with me. What up, Ryder? I'm doing good, Ryder. Just excited about tomorrow's about NBA 2K26, and I'm excited about the players that they're gonna release, and I'm excited about the level 40 reward that's coming next season, and I'm just excited to end season 6 and start this new season. Okay, we got another order. It's a $5 order. It's not the biggest order. It's 4 minutes away. So we're going to be going to Taco Bell. Ugh. Guys, if you don't know, I have not been eating any fast food lately. I think fast food is really unhealthy. The only place that I think is good is like maybe like a Chick-fil-A, or like, you know, places like the Dave's Hot Chicken, Five Guys, you know, places that, you know, are a little bit more high end when it comes to fast food, places that are, it costs a little bit more to eat at their fast food chain. Places that I think are a little bit cleaner than McDonald's or Taco Bell. And Taco Bell is like a place that I just don't eat at anymore. But we're heading to Taco Bell. We're 3 minutes away. We're gonna pick up that order and then drop it off and head on to the next one. Okay, my boy just wants to let you know that he may also live stream in a little bit. He may be live streaming some Roblox. He's really into video games too. My little boy's a gamer just like I am. He's into like games like Poppy Playtime, Five Nights at Freddy's, you know, stuff like that. He's into surprisingly a lot of horror games, which I don't like because I think they give him, you know, just, you know, bad little dreams. And sometimes I prefer him not to be playing those games, but he's really into his Roblox, and he's really into, you know, his horror games and stuff. So he may be live streaming in a little bit, you know, if anyone wants to check him out. He does it on the same platform. I let him use my channel. But I'm just heading to this second order, and then we're gonna be dropping it off, and hopefully I get some big orders. The orders I've been getting so far have been kind of mid. But back to what I was saying, guys, is LeBron James is 41 years old, heading on to 42 years old. You know, it's gonna be his 22nd season next year. I don't know how much he's got left in the gas tank. Is he built like a tank? Yes. His physique is phenomenal. He's got a phenomenal physique. He is built like a tank. Could he go another 3 years? Yes. Could he go? Could he be someone that's that contributes to a championship team? Yes, he can be a contributing factor to a championship team. Do I think he should be a #1 option? No. I don't even think at this stage of his career, King James should be a #2 option. At the very best, maybe a #3 option. But and maybe on occasions a #2 option. But I think he should be a #3 option on a team. I don't think he could lead a team to a championship. I don't think he could lead the Lakers to a championship anymore. I think for LeBron James to get that 5th and final ring that he so desperately wants, and the reason why he just continues to play year after year, he may have to jump ship again. And he may have to go to another team. I don't know if that's the New York Knicks. I don't know if that's the Golden State Warriors, the Boston Celtics. I don't know if they have to work out a trade for Giannis. I don't think he wants to go to the Bucks. But he has to go to a championship contending team, so this way he has a chance to win that 5th championship ring. I think his best bet would be to go to the New York Knicks and finish his career in New York, give himself a really good retirement tour, and see if he could win a championship ring with Karl Anthony Towns and Brunson. See if he's that missing third piece over there. See if he can carry the Knicks to a championship. Because if he can carry a franchise like the New York Knicks to a championship, that would be a storybook ending. That would be an ending that would put him in the same level, in the same league and category as Michael and Kobe. But I think he needs to like retire after like next year. He needs to go on his retirement tour, and then that's it, be done with it. But guys, I'm gonna pick up this Taco Bell order. Give me 1 second and I'll be back. And thanks Papa for hanging out. I really appreciate you. I'll be back in 2 seconds. Okay, guys, I am back, and this time we got an order. The guy's name is Food Critic B. That is ridiculous. The order should be really close by because it's not that big of an order. It says the order is 3 minutes away. That's probably why it wasn't that much to deliver it. It's only a $5 order, but it's only 3 minutes away. So in those 3 minutes, $. Pretty simple, pretty easy work, and it pays pretty damn good, and it's quick money, quick easy money. And sometimes you gotta work easy and work smart and not stress yourself out. But we're gonna be there in 4 minutes, it says. I just gotta get out of this little shopping plaza and we are on our way. But I'm back to King James. I think at this point he needs to retire because it's not looking good on his behalf to like be in the league for 23 years and still haven't broken every Michael Jordan record yet. You still haven't broken every Kobe Bryant record. You're in the league now going on to 22 years and you're still chasing the ghost of Michael and Kobe. You're still living in Kobe Bryant's shadow, trying to bring the Lakers another championship, trying to break his records. And it doesn't look good that you've been in the league for 22 years and you still can't accomplish everything that Michael did in 13 years. Or, to me that just looks really bad for his legacy. So if you want to save what's left of your legacy, I think he needs to retire now because the longevity thing is getting a little played out. No one cares. Like, hey, look at this guy's longevity. The longevity, it's great that he's been in the league forever and that he can still play at 41. That's great. We already know that you can do that, LeBron. What people want to see is, can you bring us a championship ring at this age, at this stage? And if the answer is no, that you can't bring a championship ring to any team, then your days are numbered. Your days are done, and it's time for you to retire. And it's time for you to, retire into the sunset. And that's the end of it. Right on. I hate to say it, but it's the end of an era. His days are done and numbered. So I think he should retire. I think it'd be a better way for him to go out than for people to see him on a constant, steady decline. No one likes to see their favorite superstar in any sport be on a steady decline each year as they get older. And he's not going to get any better because he's not getting any younger. He's getting older. So it's about time that he has to just retire. I'm just over here driving. I'm at work currently, dropping off some orders. And then after I'm done here, I'll be heading home. Then I'll most likely stream some NBA 2K26. But right now I'm just talking, NBA playoffs, and I'm talking about, NBA 2K, my team. And I'm just hanging out with the people in the chat. What are you up to, King Yellow? But that's it, just kind of chilling at work. I get really bored when I'm at work, kind of lonely. I'm in my car for like 3 to 4 hours a day. Most of the time, I'm in my car for 4 to 6 hours a day. And after a while, you get bored of Netflix, you get bored of YouTube, you get bored of Amazon Prime. There's like nothing left for me to watch on YouTube at all. And once that happens, you look for alternative things to do. And I just started streaming and trying to build up a community of like really positive, like-minded people. I'm really into a lot of different nerdy type of things. I'm into comic books, mostly Marvel comics. I'm into like any kind of Marvel TV show or movies. I'm really into sci-fi and horror TV shows and movies. I'm really into collecting comics and basketball cards. I'm really into NBA basketball. I'm really into boxing, and that's me in a nutshell. I'm really just a big nerd. I'm into collecting action figures. So, I'm really big into conspiracy theories also. So I kind of try to stick to those subjects. I tend to talk about the things that I'm into and the things that I really enjoy in life. And besides that, you know, I'm really big into my family, my girl, my kid, my mom's, you know, the people that mean the most to me. Sometimes I'll talk about them. You know what? Me and my boys started watching Invincible, and we're actually starting Invincible from the beginning. We actually started watching Invincible, me and him, and we've only watched the first episode. I watched I think when I gave up, not that I gave up on Invincible, but when I lost track of it, I think I was on season 2. So I've already seen season 1, but I just restarted watching season 1 with my little boy. He's 8 years old, and we just got done watching episode 1. And his reaction to Invincible, the first episode, was pretty hilarious. Like, he was like, Dad, he was like, all of these characters are the people from the Justice League. Like, they stole like so many ideas from like the DC and Marvel universe. And I was like, no, you are not wrong there, Papa. Like, he did borrow classic ideas from like the DC and Marvel universe. But it's funny how instantly my little boy recognized, like, hey, some of these characters are like spoofs on, you know, the DC characters, or some of these characters are paying homage to, you know, the DC and Marvel characters. So it was pretty funny that he recognized that so quickly, because I remember the first time I was watching Invincible, I wasn't completely sure, like, you know, hey, are they poking fun, you know, at the characters from, you know, the DC universe? But they most definitely were poking fun at the DC characters, and most certainly maybe paying homage to them, I guess. But guys, I gotta punch in this gate code real quick. Give me 2 seconds to punch in the gate code. But we're almost at this drop-off location. Like I said, this only took like 3 minutes. I actually could have been here a lot quicker, but I missed the turn. But as long as it adds up pretty quickly. Yeah, I'm on season 2. Hold on, let me punch in this gate code. I'm on season 2, but like I said, the last time I watched Invincible was such a long time ago that I don't even remember like season 1 completely. So I'm just gonna watch the whole series with my boy again. But we did try getting into it, like I think it was last weekend, and we watched the first episode, and then I don't know if he like lost interest in it, or maybe, you know, he didn't like it too much, but he didn't ask me like, hey Dad, let's watch, you know, the second episode, or let's finish out, you know, the first season. Now, what I'm really happy about is the other day my boy was like, hey Dad, can we watch Back to the Future? I'm really glad that a lot of the stuff I grew up on. I can't get him into like, he likes some of the cartoons I grew up on, like, you know, Woody Woodpecker and Looney Tunes and stuff like that, but he didn't like any of the Transformers and Thundercats. I was trying to get him into that stuff, but he wasn't feeling it. But he does like a lot of the movies I grew up on. Later, King. Take care, man. Have a good night. Really appreciate you coming through. If you could hit like and sub up, it'd make my night. But I'm just driving through this, I guess you would call this my neck of the woods. It's in my neighborhood. It's like maybe 3 minutes, 5 minutes from where I live. And I'm gonna just drop off this order real quick, and I'll be back. Okay, I am back. Okay, on to the next order, guys. Hey, back, Papa. Before you, those of you that don't know, the person that's typing in the text as Indie2K is my little boy. We call him Eli2K, or Eli Gaming is his username. I gotta make him his own account because he's really getting into YouTube, just like Dada. So I have to make him and my nephew their own account because they want to start streaming now, which is pretty cool. I'm glad I was like able to influence them to do something different. Okay. On to the next order. We just dropped off the second order. It was a really quick, short order. It was $5, but it was only 3 minutes away. So it's completely worth it to take a small order like that if you're gonna make $5. I started work pretty late today because I wanted to stay home with my boy before I left and start working till like 9 o'clock. But I think I'm already at like $25. That's pretty good for just, you know, starting an hour ago. Hold on, I gotta figure out how to get out of this neighborhood. I hate being in like these really big neighborhoods because then it's a little bit of a hassle to get out of them, and it wastes time when I gotta be out there searching for orders. But everyone, if you could like up the stream, I would really appreciate it, and sub up. That would make my day. But we're on to like, I think this is order number 4 of the night. So we're gonna be going to pick the next order, and just keep making money. Like I said, Orlando's a pretty busy city, so it can stay busy out here till like 1-2 o'clock in the morning. So even though I started kind of late at 9, I could still make some good money out here today. If I really wanted to, I could stay out here till 6 in the morning. I mean, it stays pretty busy all night. I could make money all night if I wanted to. But I'd rather get home at a decent hour, like maybe 12, 1 o'clock. You know, play some video games, rest and relax, and get my kid ready for the next day. That is the most important thing in my daily life, is to get my boy ready for school and keep him in his school routine until the summer. Keep him on his schedule. That's probably like one of the most difficult thing about being a parent is, you know, the school year is very demanding with homework and making sure you got to get your kids to school on time, picking them up every day from school. It becomes a bit hectic and a bit wild. And then I also have my nephew that we gotta pick up from school, and so throughout the week things get a bit hectic and a bit wild. But it's all worth it because I wouldn't trade it in for the world. I love both my boys, and I couldn't make it without them. My son is my universe. And that's why I'm out here always pushing myself to make money, trying to get ahead. You know, so this way he could have the things in life that make him happy, and I have the things in life that make me happy. And together we're one big happy family. So that's the most important thing to me. But tonight seems like a little bit of a quiet night out here. It is Tuesday, so I don't know how busy it's gonna be out here, but I'm hoping so I make a little bit more money. I would like to make another like $30, and I'll be good. I'll put some gas in and then have a little bit of spending cash for the night, and a little bit of money tucked away. But I always like doing some DoorDash and some Uber Eats at the end of the night. It's a good way to make some extra money, a good way to, you know, what I call like overtime money. You know, spending money, money that you could just, you know, do a little splurging on yourself with. Sometimes I'll make like $30-40 just doing some DoorDash, and I'll just give it to my boy for Robux, and he'll buy some Robux with it. Or sometimes I'll make some extra cash and I'll be able to spend it on the video games I love. But so far it's a kind of a quiet night. I'm gonna stick to talking about LeBron because he is like a major subject today. And I just love talking basketball. You know, I can talk about basketball any time of the day. And I just think, guys, it's time for the king to retire. I just think, you know, even if LeBron wins that 5th championship ring, but he does it on the backs of, like, you know, other superstars. Like he went, you know, he goes to New York and he teams up with Karl Anthony Towns and he teams up with Brunson. It's not really that big of a deal that you won that 5th ring, and it's not really a LeBron James championship ring if all you did was go to another city and team up with more superstars and get the chip off of someone else's hard work and labor, and you did it by riding their coattails and being on their backs and shoulders. So I think it's time for him to retire. I think he needs to just go off into the sunset and try to retire on like some kind of high note. Nobody wants to see LeBron continue playing on a decline and not having a good regular season or always being constantly injured. You know, I think he needs to I think he needs to retire. Or if he's gonna make one more big push at him, one more run, he has to go play for the New York Knicks. I think it'd be a great city to retire with. I think it'd be a great way to go out, and you never know, maybe he wins that 5th championship ring that he's like so desperately, you know, in search of. So I can't wait to see what's gonna happen. But this is my neck of the woods. This is where I live, Orange County, Orlando. For those of you that were wondering who's here. I wonder if my little boy is still in the chat, because he should be technically sleeping at this time because he's got school tomorrow. So hopefully, you know, he's going to bed soon because he's got to be in school tomorrow, ready to wake up early and ready for testing because he's got some tests that he's got to do and make up. But guys, we got another order. It's 2 minutes away. It's just a $5 order. It's from Chick-fil-A, and I'm just gonna pick it up real quick and drop it off. It's not that far of an order, and it's probably gonna be a quick order. It's probably only gonna be like 5 minutes away to drop it off. But I wonder if my little boy decided to stream, because he said he was gonna stream. I wonder if he did. And I wonder if he's still watching. And that's it. Just working like usual, like a damn slave. I try to work every day because I feel like you should always try to put money. You should strive to put money in your pockets, in your family's pockets, food on the table, and just money in general. Gas in the gas tank. Just try to make money every day. Okay, my window is getting a little foggy, so I'm going to try to clean that up as soon as I get to Chick-fil-A. I'm going to ask them for like some napkins, and I'm going to wipe the window down really good. But like, I don't know what happened to it. I was trying to use my hand to like clear out the window, and it got all smudgy looking. But thanks for everyone that's been hanging out. I see we got 7 likes. I really appreciate it. Hopefully we can get to 10 likes before I get home. Which I'm going to be going home for like another 2 hours because I want to make at least another like $40 out here. And if... Yo, what's up, hot dog? What you up to? Man, I was just talking about how, like, man, I think LeBron James should be retiring after this year. You know, he got swept in the second round of the playoffs. SGA made easy work of him, which would show you what Michael or Kobe would do to LeBron if they ever met up in the playoffs. And I feel like it's looking bad on LeBron's behalf that he's going on to year 22. He still hasn't broken every single Michael Jordan record that Michael Jordan only took 13 years to do and establish. And he's over here still chasing a ring at the age of 42 and year 22. And how much is that fifth ring gonna count if he has to do it by leaving the Lakers and jumping ship to another team? How much is it gonna count towards his legacy if he has to team up with more superstars to get that fifth and final ring? So I kind of feel like maybe it's time for the King to retire and pass the mantle down to the next person. Pass the mantle down to SGA. Pass it down to Wemby. You know, but it's time for the new superstars to be the face of the league. It's time for the new superstars to take over the mantle. Because I just think King James is, I'm not saying that he's not washed. I mean, he's washed up. What he's doing at this age is phenomenal. His longevity has been phenomenal. But it's not proving anything. You've already proven that you can still play at 41. You've already proven that you can still have good regular seasons. You've already proven that you can still carry a team past the first round. But at this stage of the game, he's not going to carry a team past the second round of the playoffs. He's not going to carry the team into the, you know, semifinals. He's not going to, or conference finals. He's not going to carry a team into the, you know, finals and shit. And he's not going to be able to win a championship by himself. The best he can do is be a second or third scoring option on a really good team. And to me, he should not even be a second scoring option on a team at his age. At the very best, he should be a third scoring option. But what would it count if he went to another team, let's say like the New York Knicks? Stephen A. Smith today was talking about that there's rumors that he might go to the New York Knicks to finish his career. What would it matter if you won a championship? It'd be great if you helped win a championship for the New York Knicks, but you're not going to be the MVP of that series. You're not going to get all the credit. It's not going to be a LeBron James championship. It's going to be a Karl Anthony Towns championship. It's going to be a Brunson championship. And that's not going to help improve your legacy. That's not going to make your legacy any better. So I kind of think, like, you know, maybe it's time that LeBron retires instead of letting his fan base watch him decline and, you know, not go out in his peak. I think, bro, you should have a child and teach him all about basketball. The funny thing is, Top Dog, I have an 8-year-old son, and he likes basketball. He likes playing the game. He doesn't really love basketball because he says, like, hey, I'm so short. I'm only 8 and the rim is so high. And but sometimes he'll sit down and watch a game with me, and sometimes he'll play my team with me, and sometimes he'll watch me play my team. But he's not a basketball, like a huge basketball person right now. But I think as he gets older and he keeps watching me, you know, being this into the sport, I think he'll eventually be into it. But he loves Michael Jordan. He loves wearing everything Jordan brand, Jordan sneakers. He loves Kobe. He's not a big LeBron fan, and he likes Stephen Curry a lot too. But little by little, as he gets older, I can see that he's getting into the sport just a little bit at a time. But I'll be right back. I gotta pick up this order, and we're gonna go drop it off, guys. Okay, guys, I am back. We got that Chick-fil-A order. All I have to do is confirm the order, and we're on our way. Okay, we're on our way. This order is... Wow, it's a little bit further than I thought. It is actually 13 minutes away, and that's a pretty long drive for just... I guess that's not too bad. But usually an order like this would be like maybe $9 to $10, you know, and I don't know why this one is so cheap, but I think it was only like $5, and it's a 13-minute drive. It's 13 minutes away. Usually for a trip that's 13 minutes away, you usually get like $11 for it. So I don't know why this one was so cheap. But like I said, it all adds up little by little eventually. Yo, what's good, Corey? Corey, I was just talking about King James, and after last night's game, man, I have not been able to stop thinking about this, but I think it's time that after 22 years of playing, this is year 21 for him, going on to 22, I think it's time for King James to pass the mantle on and retire. It's time for him to go off into the sunset and call it quits. You know, job well done, King James. You had a great, successful career. You know, you didn't get 5 championships like Kobe. You didn't get 6 championships like Michael. You did only manage to get 4, but still, great career. But I think it's time for him to, like, move on. You know, I think it's time for him to, like, he needs to retire. And I think he needs to find a team that he would like to retire with, because I don't know if it's the Lakers. I don't know if the Lakers want to deal with King James for another year. He has a lot to deal with, plus, you know, you also got to deal with Bronny, and it is Luka's team now. It is AR-15's team. They're gonna move forward with Luka, and I think maybe he needs to either go back to the Cavaliers. I think maybe he needs to, Steve A. Smith is reporting rumors that LeBron wants to go to the New York Knicks. I think that would be a great place for him to retire and have a retirement tour. I would love to see him in New York as a New York Knicks fan. And he could maybe even win a championship with the Knicks. It'd be real easy for them to come out of the East. He could be that third missing piece for the New York Knicks. I don't think he's a good first score or second scoring option anymore, but he could fulfill that role as a third option for the Knicks. And besides that, maybe he could end up as a Warrior, a Golden State Warrior. I don't know, but he's got to make a change next year, and I think next year has got to be his retirement tour. It's got to be him on the way out. We can't have another year of watching LeBron James on a decline, watching LeBron James trying to desperately beat records, or desperately trying to form another super team to win another playoff series or finals. I just think his days are done and numbered, and it's time to move on. And I think we're gonna have to put that into consideration, that hey, the king, his days may be just done. So I don't know what's gonna happen with them. I'm sure the rumors are gonna be crazy this summer, but he can't come back as a Laker next year. There was another rumor that LeBron wants $50 million a year. At this stage of his career, at 41 years old, if any team pays LeBron James $50 million a year to continue playing, I think you have to question your GMs. So he's not an exciting player to watch anymore. He doesn't fill up arenas. I don't know what you want to do with King James, but something needs to be done with them. The league needs to figure it out, because he's not worth $50 million a year. And I think it's just time for him to retire. I think, you know, there's a new king in town, and that king is SGA. That king is Wimby. And I think it's time to pass the mantle to those two players. Papa, I'm not coming home for a little bit longer. I'm not going to be home until about 12:30. Guys, if you're wondering how am I talking and also texting, that's my little boy. He figured out, hey, I miss my daddy. My dad is at work. How can I talk to my dad? Wait, my dad now streams while he's at work. He's over here and he's a part of the chat now. He's a part of the stream. And, you know, I'm sure he would want me to come home right now, but he needs to go to sleep because it is 10:30 at night and tomorrow is a school day. And he should have already been asleep. So he needs to go to sleep tonight early and wake up early tomorrow morning without giving dad any problems. So I love it that he's here with me and hanging out with me, keeping me company. That means the world to me. But I really want him to get to bed and get some sleep so he's not so tired in the morning. But if it was up to my little boy, I would be home 7 days a week with them and never getting to work. And we would just be there hanging out playing Roblox all day or playing Zombie Dad or something like that. But the summertime is almost here and I'm gonna be home with them a lot more often because he won't be in school throughout the day. So I'll have more of a chance to spend time with them and hang out. I miss them all the time when I'm at work. But yeah, I think it's time for him to retire and just be done with the game of basketball. There's so many other things, you know, LeBron could be doing instead of just pretending that he's out here chasing championship rings, pretending that he even cares about winning a championship ring. I don't think there's any part of him that really cares about winning a championship ring. I think he cares about the money. I think he cares about the publicity, the notoriety. I think he cares about being seen on camera. You know, all of those, you know, narcissistic traits that he's got. Like, I really think he just wants to be seen. You know, he can care less about bringing a championship to any organization, even the Lakers. I don't even think he really truly cares about surpassing Michael or Kobe if it takes effort. If it means that he just plays for 50, 25 years and then eventually little by little he surpasses every Michael and Kobe record, yeah, he'll do that, you know, the easy way, do the bullshit way of longevity. But not that he's earned any of it. All LeBron James is past statting and longevity record. That's all he is. But me personally, I would like to see him retire. I think it's been a good run. It's been 20 years of either rooting for King James or rooting against him. But I think it's now to just, you know, bid him farewell and say goodbye. I've never seen a player, you know, chase championship rings like he has. I've never seen a player go from team to team. You know, he's been on so many teams now and he's supposed to be a GOAT. I've never seen a player pat stat for 20 years just to try to accomplish what Michael did in 13 years. It doesn't make sense. So I kind of feel, you know, we should be done with King James. And it's time to pass the mantle down to the younger people in the, you know, to the NBA. It's time to make Wemby the face of the league. It's time to make Anthony Edwards the face of the league. It's time to make SGA the new king. You know, LeBron had his run. It was great. It's done. You know, I gotta say, I think some people are even bored of the way he plays the game. He hasn't improved much throughout the years. His game style hasn't evolved or changed much. He still does the same thing that he did in year one of his NBA career, which is put his head down, use his speed and strength to barrel his way to the rim. He doesn't use skill. He doesn't use talent. He doesn't play with his back to the basket. He doesn't use a turnaround fadeaway, you know, to score. He doesn't hit the three-point shot really good. He's not the most clutch player, but he is dominant. He is very strong. He is very fast, and he uses it to his advantage. Is he as skilled as Mike, Kobe, you know, Steph Curry? I don't think so. But he was a good player that was good for a very long time and very enjoyable to watch. But I think now is just time that, you know, we let King James go and just retire in peace. There's no reason to keep him hanging around, you know, just to get booted out of round one of the playoffs. Now King James is struggling to get out of round one, and now he's being swept in round two. That's not what we expect from the King, and that's not what we've grown accustomed to. So I think it's time for him to just retire. I know there's a lot of LeBron James fans that don't want to see him retire and would like to see him stay in the league a little bit longer. But I don't know. I just don't think he has it in him, and I don't think he has the care to like want to do more than one more year, which is I think should be his retirement year next year. Ugh. I gotta clean out this window real quick. I think it's become a little bit smudgy because it's a little bit humid out here today. I'll clean that up in like 2 seconds. I keep forgetting to do that. Oh my God, did you guys see that deer? There was like a little deer on the side of the road just eating like someone's grass. But I think I'm gonna get like a new phone mount for the car, and then I also need to get an external speaker so I can get better sound in my car. Remember, guys, I just discovered YouTube vertical like maybe like a week ago, so I'm not like I still haven't worked out all the kinks and I still haven't perfected it. I just gotta figure it out. I gotta download a streaming studio and do that. Let me call my little boy real quick, guys, because he is wondering if I'm coming home for some reason, even though he knows I'm at work. Let me see if he picks up the phone.
What do you want?
Hey, I'm on stream. Elijah was on my stream asking me if I'm coming home. So I just wanted to talk to him.
We're going to bed.
Okay, baby. Can I talk to him and say good? Oh, that's my girl. She's always a little bit cranky. I tell her like, hey, I'm on stream. Try not to sound like a crazy woman, but she can care less. Okay, guys, I'm gonna have to wipe down my window as soon as I stop the car. My bad, it's gotten super foggy out here. I don't know what's going on, but it's causing like some major condensation on my window, and I'm just gonna clean it up real quick. I'm just gonna drop off this order and then I'll clean it up. I'm like right here at the drop-off spot. And this order was pretty far. I think it should have paid a lot more. I'm hoping that when I drop it off, it does give me a little bit of extra money for this order. Okay, $13.56. It is right over here, guys. I'll be back. Give me 1 second. Okay, I'm back. And it is on to the next delivery. Oh, and let me see if I can find any sort of napkins to wipe this window down. I always try to keep some sort of napkins in the car, but the second I put anything in this car, it just disappears. It's crazy work. Give me 1 second, guys. I'm gonna try to figure out a way to clean up this window. I may have to use my t-shirt, which would be gross. But I have nothing else. Alright, give me 1 second. I'm gonna try to wipe down this front window. I don't know how it got so nasty. I just took this car for a car wash the other day. Okay, that's a lot better, guys. That's way better. Okay, so we're gonna go pick up this next order, and hopefully these orders start. And since it's nighttime, there should be like a surcharge, and I should be getting paid a little bit more extra for some of these trips, because I've been picking up a lot of small trips today. And I hate picking up small trips. I feel like with DoorDash and Uber Eats, you always want to get bigger trips because it makes it, you know, worth picking up then. But the small trips, I guess, are okay because you make like quicker money. Like usually if you get a trip that's $5, the trip is only like, you know, 5 minutes away and you made $5 in those 5 minutes. But usually for the bigger trips, like $15 to $20, those trips are always like 15-20 minutes away. I still think those are really worth it. So I try to pick up bigger trips. But I think we've taken like 3 orders today, and we're at like $27. We're at 27 within 3 orders, which is almost $30. And I only got out here at 9 o'clock. I think I started at 9:15, and it's 10:45. So I've been out here for like an hour and a half, and in that hour and a half I made 27. It's not too bad. I call that a pretty decent day. Hey Elijah. Is there a supermarket next to... My little boy is so funny. He has now figured out that I'm streaming at work, and he's using this as a way to stay connected to me while I'm at work, which I think is genius of him that he even figured that out. And I love it that he's over here hanging out with me while I'm streaming. Like, my little boy's a dad-ass boy, and he will figure out a way to be up daddy's butt no matter what. He will figure out a way to be by dad-ass side no matter what. And I think it's I can't even explain how much I love that about him, and like how proud that makes me to be his dad, and how happy it makes me to see somebody like always wanting to be with me, and like, you know, just the love he has for his dad is like unconditional. And I love that about my boy, and it makes me feel really good and real happy in life that I'm his dad. So I love it when he hangs out, when we're hanging out. I miss him completely when I'm at work, and now he found a way for us to hang out, and he actually wants to be here. And Papa, there is nothing open at this time but like restaurants, and that's what I'm doing right now. I'm picking up food and dropping stuff off. I don't have the chance to stop off and get paper. I'll try to after I'm done with work, I'll try to stop someplace and get paper towels, but there's got to be some paper towels someplace in the house. You can't tell me that we're completely out of paper towels and there's none in the house whatsoever. Oh, I should have gone to the restaurant to buy paper towels. You're right. I should have done that. But every time I stop off at a restaurant, I've been forgetting to get paper towels, and I had to wipe the window down with my t-shirt. And that was pretty gross and nasty, but it gave everyone a better view of the streets. The windows were looking completely smudged up and dirty, and I couldn't have them just staring at that.
Papa, were you? I keep calling him Papa. Elijah, were you able to turn the microphone texting on? Because you can just do chat texting. You don't have to like text out, every single thing. You can just use chat texting, and it's gonna translate everything you say into text messages. I used to use that feature all the time on my phone. For some reason, I don't know why. Last year, Samsung took that feature over. And guys, we got another great order. It is $11.22. It's 5 minutes away from KFC. So in 5 minutes from now, I'll be picking up an order where we can make $11, and then it's probably going to be another 10 minutes to drop it off. So in basically a total of just 15 minutes, you get to make $11. And in Orlando, you can't pass up that kind of money. Most of the people make $11 an hour in Orlando. Minimum wage is like $10 to $15 in Orlando, which means you have to work an hour just to make a pitiful $15. Where when you're doing something like Uber or Uber Eats or Lyft or DoorDash, you can make that $15 in about 15, 20 minutes in just one order. So I like the way it works out. I like these kind of jobs because it allows me to stay home with my boy the whole day and then go work at night. Listen, man, I am not coming home for a while. I'm out on the road. I'm at work. I'm gonna be out here for at least another hour and a half. I'm pretty sure you gotta go to school tomorrow. I'm pretty sure you got like a bunch of tests that you have to make up and homework that you have to turn in. So I'm not gonna be coming home for like another hour, maybe like hour and a half at the most by like midnight. Which by that time you should be asleep. I don't know if you're still awake and like mama's passed out and you're like taking advantage of your mom still awake, but you should be asleep because it is a school break and it's heading to 11 o'clock. So you should be asleep right now. I should have told you that and for those of you that don't know, my little boy is a night owl, just like his dad, just like 50% of the white people that I see up late in the evening and it wasn't a glitch. It was just a part of the game. It was just boost speed that you were activating. Oh, thanks, Corby. I appreciate that. Yep. I think this weekend or tomorrow we're gonna look into like purchasing an external speaker for the phone. They're really cheap. You can find them on Amazon. I'm gonna probably have to order one tonight, like an external speaker. I've seen them for like $5. I don't know why I haven't got one yet. It's just the second that I go inside my house, I forget about, I've got like the worst memory. Somebody could be complaining about something right now, and later on tonight I'll completely forget to address it. So today when I get home, somebody remind me that I have to get like an external speaker for the phone, and maybe even like a hotspot. Oh, you want to be a member, Papa? You know what you can do? You can sign underneath your get on your account. You can become a member on your account. But also remember, we're gonna be starting up your channel, and pretty soon you're gonna have your own channel that you can become a member to your channel. But I want to say that my little boy did his first live stream the other day on my channel. He was streaming Roblox and Poppy Playtime, and he got 780, I think it was like 780 views on his first live stream ever. I don't know why this light isn't turning green, but I'm not gonna go until like this arrow. This guy is honking behind me, but like this light has been red for like 5 minutes already. And I don't know why it's not turning green. But I can't wait till tomorrow. I can't wait to see if my team is gonna actually give the people that didn't pre-order the game for $150. Are they gonna give us a chance to get that PG-13? I really want him. I don't care how much he's gonna cost. I really want to get him. I really did enjoy the card last year, but I have a bad feeling that this year
They might not let us get that card. I have a bad feeling that this year, like, I know they let us get that Galaxy Opal Julius Randle, but I'm not sure if they're gonna let us get this one. So I do hope that this season, just like when the Julius Randle card dropped, I think they were charging like $50 to $100 for him. I really hope they let us buy that PG-13. If not, my plans of having a starting lineup of Invincible cards is going to be kind of screwed. Me having a complete starting lineup of 5 Invincibles, it really depends on them letting us buy that card. Okay, the light turned green and we're on our way to KFC. Let me tell you, out of all the chicken places that are around, I think KFC is maybe at the bottom of my list. Nowadays, I prefer eating Popeyes way more than KFC. I prefer Dave's Hot Chicken. There's just a few places now. When I even prefer, Saucy's is KFC. They're underneath the KFC brand. I guess it's pretty much the same. But I really do prefer, like, Dave's Hot Chicken over KFC, and even like Popeyes, I would prefer eating there instead of KFC. But we're gonna be picking up this order in 1 minute, and then it looks like the delivery is gonna be maybe 15 minutes away, and we're just gonna keep doing this until about maybe 1 o'clock. Hopefully I can be off by 12:30 because I would love to get home and play some video games. No, it does not equal infinite money. It does not equal infinite money. My little boy seems to think that I'm made of infinite money, but I am not made of infinite money. I wish I was made of infinite money. I wish I could just go and pick money off a tree, but that's not the way the world works. You know, everything requires money nowadays. If you want to even just play video games like My Team or Roblox, it requires money just to play those games. You know, which is sad because video games are supposed to be for kids. How do they expect these kids to get money for Roblox? For Robux? And you know, they can care less if, you know, the parent goes broke, as you know, because your kid will sit there and nag you for Robux, you know, and shit like that. I remember my little niece, Gabby, she would constantly be asking people for Robux. And they can care less if it makes the parent broke or drives them crazy or some shit, you know. But video games need to go back to the way they used to be, where it's something meant for kids and it's something that kids could do and occupy the time and entertain themselves for free. You know, it should not be that, you know, it's gonna cost you, the parent, money, you know, for your kids to play video games. Back in the day, all you had to do was just buy the game and that was it. Nowadays, your kid needs, you know, an allowance. My little kid wants $30 a week for Robux. At the end of the month, that's $120 that we're spending on just virtual currency for Robux. If he needs Robux and I need VC, fuck, I'm gonna be out here working overtime every day. Just for, you know, Robux and VC equals OT. But guys, I'm gonna be back. I gotta pick up this order and I'll be back. Everyone is up in my chat today. My boy is up in my chat. My girl is up in my chat. They must really be missing me because they have been up in my chat lately and I've never seen them do this before. But both my girl and my little boy are like, I don't want to say like needy people, but they really do like a lot of attention and like cuddling and like just affection. And I love that about them, that they're such like affectionate, like loving people. That's what I love about my boy and my family and my girl. Alright, I'll be back. Except for when my girl gets on my nerves and then I'm just complaining about her constantly. But most of the time she doesn't get on my nerves. But when she does, oh my god, it's bad. Alright, let me pick up this order. I'll be back. Alright guys, this order is, let's see how far this one is. See, this is a good order. It was 11 something and it is 18 minutes away. That's not bad because it only took us like 3 to 4 minutes to get here. I got the order as I was driving by, but I did miss a turn. And so it took 4 minutes to get here, 18 minutes to drop it off. I could probably get there in 15 minutes because there's no traffic out here. And get there in 15 minutes, 20 minutes, you make another $11. It just keeps adding up. And especially at nighttime when there's a surcharge, most of the orders now are gonna be like, you know, $10 more. So it adds up quickly and then boom, I'm off to my house. You know, I go back home and I play video games. But I just want to tell my family at home that is watching, good night, and I love you guys. And it is time for Elijah to be in bed and going to sleep, because it is 11:10 at night, and he needs to be up at 7 a.m. He is the only kid that I know that has like no sleep schedule. He goes to bed whatever time he wants. He stays late. He's a huge night owl. He's just like his dad, but he doesn't understand that he's got school and he's got a test in the morning, a really big end of the year type of test, and he needs to be asleep. He needs to go to bed. It's my fault because I did let him sleep in today. He slept in today until like 12 in the afternoon. We were just like cuddling and sleeping all day. It was like everybody at the house was just catching up on sleep today. So it's my fault, the reason why he's going to bed so late, because he did sleep in. I'm sure he can't fall asleep right now, but he needs to go to bed and get ready for school. The only problem is my little boy is really attached to Dada. He is a Dada's boy, and he always wants to be right by my side. He's the most loyal person I've ever met in my life and known, and he loves nothing more than just hang out with his dad and be around him and with him, and I really appreciate that from him. It means the world to me. But you know, as a parent, at some point I gotta tell him, you know, I gotta put my foot down, lay down the law, and say, hey, it's sleepy time. It's time for you to go to bed. And he's got to get used to that. He's only got like 11 days worth of school left before summer break starts. So I don't know why he doesn't just listen and go to bed and get it over with. We got 11 days to go, and I'm gonna be hanging out and doing all sorts of things. He loves to go swimming, so he going to the pool every day. My girl got him a new life jacket, and he also loves to do a lot of theme parks. This summer we're gonna be doing theme parks like crazy, and everything to, you know, that makes him happy. I just want to make him happy this summer, and that's it. But I am very surprised to see that he's still awake. Hopefully he's asleep by now. But I'm pretty easy day today. I started really late. I gotta start dashing a lot earlier. I usually get out here like around 5:30, but to be honest, lately I've been on fucking, you know, these on my team, on, you know, on my video games for so damn long, so late into the night. It could be like 4, 5, 6 in the morning, and I still could keep playing that game all night. I still feel like I haven't had enough of the game, and I still feel like I want to get more wins. And I need to put the game down much earlier. I need to go to sleep much earlier. And I gotta quit sleeping throughout the whole fucking day and then just enjoying the nighttime. And you know, when you do that kind of schedule, you miss out on so many things. You miss out on like your kids, family life, your time with your girl, time with your mom, you know, your kids and shit like that. That I gotta get back on a regular schedule. But playing my team just keeps me up like the whole, and I truly never have enough of the game. I could always play one more game or get one more win or complete one more challenge. And it always just keeps me up wanting to play the game. But I gotta change up my sleep schedule and change up my routine. And hopefully now with the summer coming and my boy being out of school, I can like completely change up my schedule and routine. And maybe even stream during the day. Like I want to get like stream during the day when like people are actually awake and playing the game more. But I love my night owls. I'm still gonna stream for the night people, and I'm still gonna be there for them, because I usually get at least 20 people a night in the room, and the night streams always finish with like a good 100, 200 views. So I'm really surprised there's that many people at night playing my team, and I could tell they all want a place to hang out, you know. And I'm gonna try to provide that for the community. You know, they all want somebody that's still streaming, that's up with them, talking about the game, and a place where they can chat to other, you know, people in the community about the game, even though it's 2, 3 in the morning. You know, people still want to hang out and play the game and shit. So I'm going to try to be there for those people that are up really, really late at night playing my team. We could call it like the late show or the late stream or something like that. I'm really glad that everyone's been hanging out and enjoying the streams, and they've been doing really well. I've had a couple of streams now that have hit like 700 views, and I'm hoping that eventually I get to one that hit 1,000 views. That would make my day. But I have had a couple that I have hit like 700, 600, and a bunch of them that have hit like 200 to 300. But I want to see if I can finally get the channel to hit like 1,000 views on a live stream. That'd be great. And guys, if you haven't liked up the channel, like it up, sub up. I would really appreciate it. It makes a difference. It really helps push the channels through the algorithms, and it helps grow the channel. So if you guys could like it up and sub up, it makes my night. That's another thing that's been doing really well with the subs. Last week when I started YouTube Vertical Live, I only had like 2,000 subs, and now I have 2,055 subs. So the channel is growing, you know, every day by doing this, and I am, you know, getting more and more followers. And I don't just consider you guys my followers. I consider you guys like my YouTube family, or like my 2K family, or like, you know, my homies or something like that. You know, when I see you guys, I actually get excited to see you guys, and happy that you guys are like hanging out with me and joining the chat and keeping me company while I'm at work, instead of me being bored off my ass doing nothing, just dropping off food or dropping people off. So I'm glad I have you guys to hang out with and talk about basketball. Lately, that's all I've been into, and completely obsessed with basketball. Like, I just love the GOAT debate, and I hate to say it, but I love to watch LeBron James lose. I've been following LeBron James's career now since day one. I've watched every single one of his games, and every single time I've rooted against him. I'm just sitting there rooting against him, waiting for him to lose and make a big deal about it, and, you know, tarnish his legacy a little bit more. And even though that sounds bizarre, and it sounds like the opposite of what you should be doing, you should be rooting for a player that you've watched for 20 years. It has been absolutely fun watching King James play for the last 20 years and rooting against him, hoping that he never surpasses Michael and Kobe, and, you know, builds a better legacy than them two guys. You know, so today there's been a bunch of talk about, you know, maybe yesterday was the last game that you're ever gonna see the King in. It's the last game that you're ever gonna see LeBron James play, and that hit kind of hard. And when I realized that it could be his last game, and it hit me so hard, it did sadden me a bit. That's when I was like, damn, you know, I've never had a player that I had to root this much against. I never had a player that threatened Mike and Kobe's legacy. I never had a player that I wanted to watch, you know, every day. But instead of watching him, to root for him and watch him win, it was to root against him and watch him lose. So, you know, I don't think I'm ever going to run into another player that is going to make me want to watch the game and watch him play just because I want to see him lose and root against him. You know, I don't think that's ever been done. You know, not since I've been watching basketball. I've never invested time into wanting to watch a player because I want to watch him lose every single game, every single time. I really hate it when King James wins. But as odd as it sounds, for some strange reason, that made me actually like LeBron James, and that made me actually like grow fond of him. And now that it's time for him to retire and go off into retirement and go off into the sunset, you know, I'm starting to realize how valuable the King was to the league, and how much the league is gonna truly miss him. And whether you liked him or not, you were either rooting for him or rooting against him. But guess what? You were watching King James, and he has been the face of the league for like the last, you know, maybe 10 years. Him and Steph Curry. I want to say for the first 10 years that he was in the league, Kobe Bryant was still the face of the league. But in the 10 years, he has become the face of the league, sharing that spotlight with Steph Curry and Kevin Durant. But it's been great watching him, whether you were rooting for him or rooting against him. It's been great watching him. And I think the league is gonna miss him. We're all gonna miss him. But I think it is time to say goodbye to King James, and it's time for him to pass on the mantle to like SGA or Ched or Wemby, because the league does need a new face. People have gotten tired, you know, and the ratings prove it. You know, the ratings have gone down tremendously ever since LeBron has been the extended, the prolonged league, the face of the league. And I think it's time to have a new face of the league. It's time for a new king to step in and carry that mantle. It's time for a new GOAT to step up to the plate and carry that mantle of being the face of the league. And I just think that LeBron's time, it was a great time. It was a long run. You know, he was out there padding his stats for 20 years, and that 20 years led to some great longevity records, and he was able to surpass a lot of records that Michael only took 13 years to accomplish. But it was a great run, and he has put himself in the same category as a Michael and as a Kobe Bryant. Is he the GOAT?